Please remove your hats and silence your cell phones at this time. And please remain standing for the advancement of colors. Please be seated. Welcome. My name is Amy Gaffney, and I'm the Vice President of Student Services for Northeast Iowa Community College. Please now let me introduce the platform party to my right. Immediately following to my right is Dr. Kathy Nakos-Birds, the Vice President of Teaching and Learning. Then we have our community industry speaker, Stephen Slessor. Mallory Mon, our student speaker for the evening. Board member, Board of Trustee Chairman Jim Anderson. And then on the far right, President Dave Doms. Along with families and friends here to celebrate the achievements of their students, I would like to acknowledge the NICC board members, faculty, staff, community members, and any legislators in attendance today. Thank you for being here. Now I'd like to ask, if you are able, please stand and be recognized if you are a military veteran or are actively serving in the armed forces. Thank you for your service. Next, please stand if you attended NICC at any point in your life. Thank you for choosing NICC, and thank you for being here tonight to celebrate with our students. Now, please help me welcome Jim Anderson, Board of Trustees Chairman, to this podium.
Good evening. As Amy mentioned, my name is Jim Anderson. I'm a member of the NICC Board of Trustees. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the Northeast Iowa Community College, its faculty, staff, administration, and Board of Trustees, to welcome you to this celebration of academic accomplishment, Commencement 2026. We are proud of Northeast Iowa Community College. NICC is leading the way by providing accessible, affordable, and quality education and training to meet the needs of our communities and you students in particular. Thank you for choosing NICC to obtain your education. You have worked hard, and many of you have had to sacrifice time away from your families to complete your studies. Many of you have worked part-time and maybe even full-time while attending NICC. All of you have sacrificed to obtain your education, and we hope you realize the quality of the education you have received here. We hope you will continue to support NICC and tell others about your experiences here. NICC is a great school. Encourage your friends to inquire about the opportunities NICC has to offer. And now, I want to congratulate you on becoming college graduates. We at NICC are proud of you, as are your family and friends. We wish you all the best as you go forward in your new endeavors, whether it is furthering your education or taking your place in the workforce. Tonight is not your destination, but rather a new beginning for each of you to reach your dreams. Thank you.
Now I am pleased to introduce you to today's commencement address speaker, Stephen Slessor. Steve Slessor is the Chief Administrative Officer for WinMed in Decorah. During his nearly 5 years of leadership, WinMed has emerged as one of the largest rural hospitals in the state, experiencing significant growth that Steve proudly attributes to the work of his dedicated team. His distinguished career in healthcare leadership includes serving as CEO of Buchanan County Health Center and holding key executive roles at Unity Point Health in Waterloo, where he specialized in culture development and strategic growth. Beyond his executive duties, Steve is deeply committed to community service and the future of his profession, serving on the American Hospital Association Regional Policy Board and as an executive in residence for the University of Iowa's Master of Healthcare Administration program. Please join me in welcoming passionate leader and mentor, Stephen Slesser.
Good evening. Dry mouth, heart racing, I must be ready for public speaking. I've done public speaking for about 20 years now, and somehow, some way, I've never actually written and read a speech. Tonight will be the first time doing that, so we'll see how that goes. And graduates, that is an example of the art of lowering expectations to then be able to step right over them. All right. NICC graduates, families, faculties, and staff. Today is absolutely a proud day for all of you, and you should feel that. I'm honored to be standing here before you in the moment of completion, possibly relief, and certainly hope and opportunity for where you're going next. As stated, my name is Steve Slesser. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer at WinMed here in Decorah, and I absolutely love this area, and I've grown to love NICC and everything I see out of it. A little historical context and connection. NICC was formed in 1966. WinMed moved to our current location in 1970. So we're really closely connected, always have been, in a way that's absolutely impacted the history of this entire county. At WinMed, we know you NICC graduates incredibly well. You start with us as students, and a lot of you end up joining our workforce, work at other healthcare entities, code our charts, do our prior authorizations, do our release of information, do our electrical work. You are all over our institution and every institution in this entire region. It's my biased opinion that what you heard introduced, that WinMed's done some really cool things. It's my current opinion and biased opinion. But it is very unbiased fact that we couldn't have done any of that without NICC. That is absolutely clear to me 100%. And so on behalf of WinMed, I want to take a moment to say thank you for that. So for some of you, this day marks the completion of a difficult decision to balance jobs you had, families you were raising, to go back and do something to better yourself and to better your community. For others, it's a milestone that you made a very prudent and practical decision coming out of high school to attend NICC, and I think that was probably a great decision. I love leadership, philosophy, humanities classes as much as the next guy. You know, we're standing in Luther, I love that stuff, trust me. But the reality is the communities that you all will be in are supported and served by you through the practical skills that you developed at institutions such as NICC, community colleges that are highly respected such as this one. So some of you will end here, go off to larger adventures and larger places, and that will certainly be exciting. But many of you have the goal of sticking around this area and making your mark here in this special place of the world. And the good news is, this place of the world desperately needs you. So there will be jobs available, which is obviously a positive sign for you all. Rural populations, unfortunately, are in decline, and the workforce is clearly a big reason why that is. It's graduates of NICC that have an opportunity to support meaningful growth in your communities. And that's worth fighting for because, as you know, your communities are a very special place. Those small, cohesive groups of people are worth fighting for. But wherever you go, I urge you to bring those small town values for your sake and the sake of all of those that you interact with. Personally, when I graduated and I started my career, I spent a lot of time in a frequent state of comparison, myself to others, and internal self-doubt and criticism. And that was before social media took over and partially ruined our world. I can only imagine what that comparison looks like for all of you. Thankfully, as I grew a bit older, I'm 42 now, my perspective has changed. Maybe it was the fact that I had to start going to physical therapy or occupational therapy for my old elbow syndrome. Maybe it was when I got my first pair of bifocal contacts, which was absolutely horrifying. I thought that would happen when I was like 70, but here I am. But whatever it was, whether it was age, experience, I don't know what, my perspective began to change, and I noticed everything changed with it. That voice that was once maybe negative, comparison, was filled with more a thought of gratitude, congratulations, and humility. And the new perspective revealed to me the impact of congratulating someone who got a promotion that I wanted and meaning it. The impact of sending handwritten thank you notes. When's the last time any of you have sent a handwritten thank you note? If you haven't done it for a while, try it. It's an amazing, amazing thing that it does to people. Kind of shocking to me, frankly, but amazing. And it really ingrained in me the need to stop trying to win. I'm competitive, but that need to stop trying to win or to be right. I can't think of one time in my entire career that I benefited or my organization benefited from a time I felt like I won when somebody else lost, or a time that I felt like I was right when somebody else was wrong. Maybe it's happened. I certainly can't remember it. And that gratitude, that genuine appreciation for others and humility, that stuff shows up when your technical skills that you've been trained for falter, when you experience bad luck, when outside pressures hit you. And when those hardships present themselves, that is the world's best opportunity to show who you are and your character. It's super easy to have great character when everything is going awesome. What happens when it's not, and how are you going to react to those things? And I think the small town values and what you learn here and in your family life show you the ability to be a great human when it's in its most difficult time. And people will remember that. They won't remember the mistake, they'll remember how you respond to it. Now, I'm not here to tell you to be a better person. Tons of you are better people than I am, I have no doubt. I haven't experienced a ton of difficulties in my life, frankly, and I know others have, so that's not my point. But I'm just here to remind you that while you have an awesome new set of skills that this entity provided you with, what makes you special as a resident of Calmar, New Hampton, Mabel, Waukon, wherever it is that you call home, are those other things, those other values. And I can tell you that WinMed needs your skills, but we need even more your affability, your compassion, and your sense of community purpose. So please bring that with you. Over your next few decades, you're going to spend valuable time giving back to your family, giving back to your community, and those things will give to you. When time allows, I encourage you to give back to your profession. As stated in my intro, it's something I've chosen to do through the University of Iowa, and it's the thing I absolutely love the most. Not every day at WinMed is amazing. Most are, not every day. But every single day that I interact with students from my profession is amazing. And I encourage you to find time to give back, whether that's through serving as a teacher, your time, your mentorship, or if you're lucky enough, financially. Because it turns out whatever business you're in, whatever organization you're in, is only going to be as strong as the next group of people that are sitting here a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. When I was asked to speak here today, I said inspirational speeches are not really my jam. That's not really my main thing. To not expect me to define leadership or discuss lifelong learning or tell a story that really moves the audience. It's not really what I do. But I also don't really think that that's what NICC is about. It's not what I think about. When I think about NICC, it isn't lofty words, it's real action. It is the ability to do your job and do it well, not just theorize about it or theorize about the industry. It's not just to use your job for a stepping stone, but to actually do it. And that's really the inspiration for my remarks, seeing a group of graduates that are ready to go in the profession And we see that every day in my organization. The NICC graduates are ready to go and ready to make an impact. So that's what we constantly see from you all. So as I leave this podium, I'm looking forward to seeing you and all the other NICC graduates propelling our region forward, or reading about your exploits elsewhere if it takes you there. I selfishly hope we see many of you at WinMed. That'd be great. But wherever you are, I know you're going to perform exceptionally well, because that's what we've experienced from you all. And you'll show up for your community, whatever that community may be. And for that, thank you. Congratulations.
We will now hear from graduating student Mallory Mon to share some of her remarks. During her time at NICC, Mallory served as vice president of the Ag Club and represented the college on a national stage, placing 4th in the nation as a dairy specialist. Mallory also participated in the Community College Alliance for Agriculture, completing a community-based project and presenting her work to the USDA in Washington, D.C. In recognition of her technical skill and leadership, she was recently honored with the Josh Evers Outstanding Agri-Science Student Award. After graduation, she will continue her academic journey at Iowa State University, where she plans to major in animal science with minors in international agriculture and agricultural communication. Please help me welcome Mallory.
Good evening, friends, family, teachers, faculty, and most importantly, the NICC graduating class of 2026. My name is Mallory Mon, and I am honored to have the opportunity to speak in front of you all today. When I was asked to deliver a speech at graduation, I was on a flight to Guatemala getting ready to hike a volcano. So, as you can imagine, writing a graduation speech was not exactly at the top of my to-do list. My second thought was, why on earth would NICC choose me, an ag student, to stand up here and talk about judging dairy cows in Kentucky, competing at nationals in Wyoming, or presenting a project to the USDA in Washington, D.C. But after some thought and getting over the whole volcano thing, I realized I had something valuable to offer. I could share the one thing that led me to every single one of those experiences, and that is my mindset. Now, I've sat in your position before, and I know what many of you are probably thinking. Great, here's gonna be another 5 minutes of my life listening to someone tell me how great I am, and with the right mindset, I can conquer the world. While I'm definitely not here to do that, I do believe I've learned something worth sharing. So, you can spend the next 5 minutes twiddling your thumbs and thinking about where you're gonna eat after this, like I'm for sure going to Whippy Dip. Or you could listen and hopefully take something of value that could change your perspective just like it did mine. Pressure is a privilege. This is a phrase I found myself saying over and over again towards the end of my senior year in high school, and something I still say to this day as I graduate and move on to the next stage of my life. Back then, my daily routine was less than desirable. Most mornings, I was waking up around 3:30 to go to work milking cows, and I usually wouldn't get home till 7:30, 8 o'clock due to participating in after-school practices, college classes, extracurriculars, and work. On top of that, I was also traveling around Elmwood County, being a voice for agriculture through my titles of Beef Queen, Fair Princess, and Dairy Princess, along with making sure I was still being a good role model to those around me. And for anyone wondering, eating cheese balls for breakfast and drinking bubblers can only carry a girl so far. As you can imagine, repeating this routine for months, let alone years, gets tiring and really wears on a person. I found myself constantly frustrated, exhausted, and always looking ahead to the next break. I was stuck in a cycle of, if I can just make it to Sunday, or if I can just get through this week, then I can breathe. Then one day, I decided I was done living with what I call the victim mentality. Instead of saying, oh, I have to go to work, or I have to go to this track meet, or I have to go to this classroom visit. I started telling myself, I have the opportunity to go to work. I have the opportunity to go to this track meet, and I have the opportunity to speak to kids about something I'm passionate about. And no, this mindset shift didn't happen overnight. It came with many books, usually by David Goggins or Navy SEAL William McRaven, podcasts, my saved TikTok and Instagram folders labeled Mentality, and of course, the people I surrounded myself with. Each time I started to fall back into my old mindset, I leaned on one of those resources to help me get back on track. Was I tired? Absolutely. Was I still occasionally annoyed? Well, if you asked my family, they could answer that one for me. But I stopped looking ahead to the next break because I started to appreciate the moment I was in and the opportunities at hand. Not everyone has the opportunity to travel across the country, represent their county through various titles, compete in athletics, let alone at multiple state tournaments, balance work and school, or even pursue something they are passionate about. I finally understood that all the pressure I was feeling was actually a blessing because pressure means something matters. Pressure is a privilege. With this mindset, and thanks to NICC, I had opportunities I never thought would be possible. During my time here, I was able to travel to South Dakota to compete at Midwest Dairy Challenge, Wyoming to compete at the National PAS competition, Kentucky to judge dairy cattle at the North American International Livestock Exposition, Washington, D.C. to present my community-based project in the USDA headquarters, and of course, speaking in front of you all today. And while I was nervous out of my mind for most of these, ask my friend Aubrey Top, she witnessed every late night stress, I had to remind myself that pressure is a privilege, and the Lord had blessed me with these opportunities. I learned that pressure means people trust you, it means you care, and it means you are doing something meaningful. Everyone that is sitting here tonight has faced pressure at some point. Maybe it looked like balancing classes with a full-time job, or raising a family while still going to school. Or maybe it was struggling through classes that challenged you. And through all the pressure, self-doubt, and stress, you still showed up. But I can stand up here and talk about your mindset all day long, but none of it really matters until you make the switch. Nothing will change until you start viewing everything as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. So this speech may not have been the funniest. Trust me, I tried, but I obviously lack in that department. But if there is one thing I can leave you with, let it be this. Pressure is a privilege. Even when it's overwhelming, even when you feel doubt, and even when you just want to eat cheese balls for breakfast and call it a day. Pressure means things are expected of you because people believe in you. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
It is my honor to certify the candidates for degrees. Will the members of the class please rise? President Doms, on behalf of the faculty, I present the class of 2025 and 2026 for their degrees.
By the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of Northeast Iowa Community College, I present you with these degrees, which will always be witness to your achievements and all the rights, benefits, privileges, and responsibilities that go with them. Please be seated.
Isaiah Hee-Jun Wagner. Isaiah is also graduating from Keyhi High School this month. Ella Alber. Ella is also graduating from Crestwood High School this month. Connor Allen. Ashley Diana Anaya Blanos. Brady Anderson. Brendan Ehrendorfer. Trisha Jean Bacon. Max Ernest Carl Bailey. Sean Barta. Kylie Batterson. Sawyer Batty. Drew Behrens. Isabella Bogdanovich. Tara Bogdanovich. Casey John Bohr. Colby John Bohr. Mitchell Bohr. Brandon Basma. Jaden Brinks. Jaden is also graduating from South Winneshiek High School this month. Micah Brooks. Avalie Burns. Avalie is also graduating from Wakan High School, and it's Avalie. Morgan Carlson. Ryan Kogel. Mason Collison. Lane Converse. Haley Corwin. Samuel Wayne Cross. Jack Deere. Kylie Anna Eberling. Omar Flores Nava. Evan Parker Ford. Lucas Geiser. Emma Grace Godman. Emma is also graduating from Crestwood High School this month. Riley Ann Gert. Caitlin Rose Graham. Brock Greger. Aaliyah Renee Griffith. Haley Grace Hackman. James Kentley Hamilton. James is also a veteran of the United States Navy. Shayna Hansmeyer. Colin Hansen. Eli Higgins. Eli is also graduating from South Winneshiek High School this month. Holden Hockerman. Benjamin William Jenke. Ray Jenkins. Jesse R. Jones. Kimberly Jordan. Colby Michael Kemke. Graceanna Elise Kenniker. Olivia Kleppe. Devin Cruzy. Devin is also graduating from Wakan High School this month. Kylie Jo Kuhn. Parker Lansing. Angel Liebers. Keegan Laren. Talia Ajaji Laren. Ajajai, sorry. Wakan High School graduate also this month. Jenna Catherine Lemke. Brady Edward Lensing. Brooke J. Leverson. Samantha Jane Light. Kennedy Lincolnmeyer. Kennedy is also graduating from Riceville High School this month. Will Ludwig. Jasmine Luong. Jasmine's also graduating from Wakan High School this month. Ava Marr. Wesley McElroy. Elizabeth Michaela McMullen. Adriana Maysted. Devin Emery Meyer. Devin is also graduating from MFL Marmac High School this month. Jeffrey Michael Miller. Jeffrey is active duty United States Army National Guard. Chloe Moeller. Dominic Mollers. Dominic is also graduating from Crestwood High School this month. Kenzie Ann Mollers. Kenzie is also graduating from Crestwood High School this month. Mallory Mon. Eric Moore. Rylan Mulholland. Rylan is also graduating from Wakan High School this month. Cade Naughton. Gerardo Obron. Ethan J. Orvis. Hayden Robert Sander Palmer. Hayden is also graduating from Wakan High School this month. Dakota J. Pate. Robert Paulson. Jace Padretti. Jace is also graduating from Crestwood High School this month. Carter Thomas Rikes. Lucas M. Sass. Billy Joe Schleter. Cody Schmitz. Joel Christian Schneider. Carter Allen Schnell. Landon Schnelly. Landon is also graduating from South Winneshiek High School this month. Wyatt Simons. Matthew Smith. Anissa Stanley. Aaron Suttle. Bryson T. Sukup. Lucas Tempest. Carly Mae Thorson. Brody Emerson Teesketter. Colton Tollisrud. Aubrey Top. Jacqueline Trinidad Valerio. Callie Ray Traster. Callie is also graduating from Waukon High School this month. Emmett Dean Van Zenti. Jaylee Mae Vober. Jaylee is also graduating from Crestwood High School this month. Austin Xavier Wenmark. Kenzie Lynn White. Lydia Ann Williams. Lucas J. Wymore.
Graduates, please rise. Please switch your tassels from right to left. Please recognize the class of 2025-2026. Please be seated.
Congratulations to graduates and well wishes for future success. And again, thank you to speakers Stephen Slesser and Mallory Mon, NICC organizers, Luther event staff, and you, the students and guests. Guests, please remain seated until all the students have exited.